Hey guys, and welcome back to another part of Deus Ex Revision. I'm joined again here with Thor.
Hello.
And we just spent the last 4 hours trying to set this game up in order to record a bigger UI scale and, you know, just trying to get it to my max resolution scale, which is 3840. So we managed to do that now by changing the rendering settings, which is on here, but it turns out that the high DPI is now too small for Thor to read.
Just a little bit.
Because I'm streaming this through Discord for him, and I don't know of any other programs that can stream on a good resolution that doesn't cost money, essentially.
We also had problems with sound and visuals as well. Like I couldn't see or hear it. Sometimes both at any given time. So we had to get over that before
Yep.
we got to the UI problems, and that hasn't been resolved. So whatever.
So when we last left off, we were right in front of the UNATCO, and we need to go see Manderley, just to brief us on a mission well done, I suppose. This guy
Minimum force won't work in the...
is still
Let's just sell you some junk.
still being an a-hole. It doesn't really matter. There's no point you having a, you know, intricate detailed connection with these guys.
Get inside. I'll meet you in Manderley's office.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be everyone's best friend.
Yeah. Cool. So we got 15.
Way to go, sir. I thought
115.
Gunther was a goner.
Gunther was a guy.
It's my first day, too. I'm pretty excited.
Oh, cool.
I was
Hello,
in your
dude.
class at the academy. You probably don't remember. Manderley's office is on
Steve?
level 2. He's expecting you.
Oh no,
Cool.
Lloyd.
Hello. Lloyd.
I've got to watch the doors.
He looks a lot like Steve. I'm sorry. Mix them two up all the time.
Yeah, sorry, dude. We thought you were the other guy. Who you
Check
looked
in
like.
with Manderley on level 2.
The other several thousand other guys you look like.
Yeah. What happened to those quick loading times then, eh?
Yeah, that's something that's
What happened to them? I've gone away.
something happened to it. Weather effects, subtitles.
It'd be
Oh.
funny if there was an option that said loading times short. Half the game doesn't load him whenever it happens.
I'm trying to think now, like,
Yes, you're trying to think what?
animated main menus. I think I want that because I like that better.
What is that spinning logo?
Yeah, it replaces that with an actual moving logo. Yeah. So that just says it all, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Come on in.
That's like the
The
lazy
retinal scanner
drinking
can read blood
animation.
vessel patterns right through your sunglasses.
I'll just teleport the water into my mouth, it's no problem.
Before the briefing, you've got to go to level 3 for your equipment and a medical examination. See Jaime Reyes in the med center and Sam Carter in the armory.
I'm sorry, dude. This guy was rudely coughing whilst you were talking. And also, this is a new addition to the revision mod. I don't know if you remember this in the vanilla version, because you wouldn't. They didn't have this part, which is pretty cool. Like an actual retinal scanner that you had to pass through. In the vanilla version, this wasn't here.
It makes it more futuristic, doesn't it?
Yeah, it makes it more security important.
Well, I can't say futuristic, we have those now, but you know
Hell
what
of
I
a
mean.
first day.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't get about this game. It's that...
What?
Didn't know the NSF had so many people in New York.
The Deus Ex Human Revolution is a prequel, and yet it has a lot more futuristic stuff in there than it does in this game. Than
What?
this game does. Yeah. Okay, so you know how Revolution...
I was gonna say that again because my mind skipped when you said it.
Yeah.
Your partner for the next assignment, Anna Navarra, is in the adjoining break room to the east. Maybe you should introduce yourself.
Do I want to? I'm only gonna
Nobody wants
piss
to.
her off
Nobody
anyway.
wants to meet Anna Navarra.
Yeah, she's a very difficult woman. Or
You know,
God knows if she is a woman anymore. I might be offending her by.
I wouldn't even say she's a human anymore. I don't think gender is relevant.
Yeah, that's
when
exactly
you're
my
not
point.
even you're not even a person anymore.
This is a good.
I don't think you have any chromosomes now.
That's exactly it. Ooh, pinball machine. Looks a lot more polished. I don't know if they actually had this in the original game, but I guarantee you it didn't look as nice as this one.
Yeah.
Even though you can't see anything when just playing.
It would be funny if it was like an actual pinball machine, and like you'd go up to it and the screen would zoom in on it, and you'd play a game of pinball.
Whoops. Yeah, so here's we've got a nice big screen TV. So
It's not widescreen though. That's not futuristic.
no, they just thought people would like to see it blown up in their face with all the ugly pixels being shoved in it.
I think you said they had widescreen back then. They've had widescreen for ages. You just
Yeah.
didn't see it very commonly, did you?
What I like about this game though is that if you can tell by looking in the walls right now, this was mentioned in one of the reviews of Deus Ex that there was like a double image. So when you look out, you can see an image of a wall, and if you go closer in it, you can see another image of the wall to compensate for the blurred effect. When you go right up the walls, you can see like you know the painting here. You can see the canvas texture. Even though the problem is the canvas texture is all over the thing, even on the frame.
They've applied it on the frame.
So yeah, it's literally just a plaster texture with the frame as included on the image. But I see what they're trying to do.
Because the frame is the image, it's part of the image
Yeah,
itself. It's the
exactly.
same texture in it.
Exactly.
So when you apply an effect on it, it applies to everything in that image file.
It doesn't obviously. They didn't apply it for every texture though, as you can tell, going really close up in this thing.
Yeah, I suppose you don't need to all the time, yeah.
It's a lot more blurred here. So yeah, they didn't apply for some things, but more than others. But it still works. So this is a good.
Are you sure you pressed the right button?
I do not make mistakes of that kind.
Your hand might have slipped.
No, I wanted orange. It gave me lemon lime.
The machine would not make a mistake.
It's the maintenance man. He knows I like orange.
So you think the staff has some kind of plot?
Yes, they do that on purpose.
My new partner, J.C. Denton. Don't tell me you're going to wear those sunglasses during a night operation.
My vision is augmented.
Better to look good than to have the distractions of another agent who needs backup.
Forgive my interruption. I just wanted to say that I look forward to working with you, Agent Navarra. Also, excuse me, I've got to be briefed by Mr. Manderley.
I do not expect you to perform as well as Agent Herman, but the mission will require us to do more than frighten the NSF with our baggy coats that make us look bigger than we really are.
I am prepared to perform my duties.
For instance, not to be a man running into enemy lines without coordinated military assault.
No problem.
Dude, I saved your life. You can shut the fuck up. Don't need no advice from you.
You will be working with Anna Navarra.
I know. Is he trying to chastise me or something for not giving him a weapon from the previous mission, which you yourself got caught?
Who was captured by the
Exactly.
enemy? I don't think it was me. Fuck off.
Manderley says,
I wish you could just do that to
I
him.
am filing another protest.
Sit out this one, yeah, because he doesn't want you piling
He
up
doesn't want to get
bodies.
captured again and get embarrassed.
I don't
get
need
the
sit
snack.
out. A simple provision of a plasma rifle with laser sighting, and I am ready to go.
Oh yeah, because we've just got one of those lying around, a simple plasma rifle.
Yeah, I'll just get out of my back pocket. I mean, you know.
What do you want to?
Typical
What do you
video game
expect to
like
do? Shoot down nuclear missiles or something? Just another day on the office.
That's
But
that's
will
that,
be decisive
that's
in
a
street
different kind
fighting
of
is
game.
experience. Do not expect your augmentations to do the work for you.
It actually is a game. I can't remember what it's called. Missile Command. That's it.
Manderley says, sit out this one. I am filing another protest.
That freaking accent.
Do you know what I was
You
thinking
will
of?
be working with Anna Navarra.
Yeah, well.
When Navarro was talking about the sunglasses, as soon as she said like sunglasses, I thought of that Corey Hart song.
All right.
Because you know
clean,
it's
clean.
night time and you've got your glasses on.
I don't remember. I don't know what song that is.
Oh, it was in Vice City. I
I
don't want to sing it because I'm like, you know, I don't want to flag you for copyright.
Yeah, that's the excuse. That's why you weren't single.
That's why I'm not singing.
Yeah, good save there. Good line. So this is my brother's office, Paul Denton. We just get to rummage through all of his stuff. This is completely new, by the way. His office didn't look like this before.
Swanky.
Paul, Mr. Mandley has informed me that you will be based out of New York. Out of our New York facilities for the near future. I've arranged to have this office made available for your use. Your network login has also been reactivated. Welcome home, Janice.
I thought I was the one that couldn't read the text.
Yeah, well, you know, you're not in good hands then if you gotta So there's Paul with. I don't actually know who the hell that's meant to be. This is one of those pictures where I'm not even entirely sure.
It's gonna reference it somewhere. You know it's that kind of game where it tells you that kind of shit. But yeah, it's like been a million years since I've played it, so I don't know either.
Well, that's the thing, because this could be the I don't know if this is sort of plastered on as like for the game's sake. Like they just got two random character models together. I mean, that's obviously Paul. And this
could be their quote unquote dad.
Well, that's what came to my mind the first time I saw this. Because this wasn't in vanilla, as far as I know.
Right.
Unless you want to quote me on that, and
Is that photograph using the updated models? Because if it is, then they've mocked it up themselves.
I don't know. I can't remember what the old model of Paul looks like, but
it's nice.
It could look like it's an old version. I've never seen this character model in the game at all. This guy with a suit who looks just freaking weird.
He looks like Vincenzo out of Liberty City Stories.
Probably. He looks more like.
But
Bruce
anyway,
Wayne. I don't know why.
He does a bit actually, doesn't he? I like how they've got like the Sun newspaper behind them. The logo for it.
Is it? Oh yeah.
It looks like it says Sun. It looks like the Sun newspaper logo.
I wouldn't. Do you know what? I would not put it past them. I really wouldn't.
They're standing outside an off license, buying some booze.
I
some
would
lager.
not put it past them. Because we took a look at all the developers of this game, and they're all from like different countries. One from Germany, one from Italy, one from Sweden, and one from the UK. So if there's some references to like British posts or whatever, I'm not surprised why it would be there. What are you doing, Navara?
I have to prepare for the mission.
So this is her office. As you can tell, she has this for training, because everyone has one of those in their office.
Oh yeah.
Get your checkup on level 3, and let's get going.
I'll do it in my own time. So here's Gunther's office, which we will be trying to abuse many times as much as possible. This thing you can actually open later on in the missions, but you can't do it now for some reason. But I think, again, all of this stuff was not here in the vanilla version.
I think those offices are still in progress because they're quite empty.
Oh, okay. So this is the keypad. The new access code for the detention wing is 31173. We are anticipating a new contingent of prisoners from tonight's operations, and I have been informed that an official from Washington may be attending to the corresponding interrogations. He may request your presence if you are not otherwise occupied with a field operation. Please keep this information confidential to help ensure the continued security of this facility. Sergeant Peter Barnes, sorry. So that's interesting. I actually forgot where this keypad is, but thankfully now that we know, we found it now, I'm not going to feel so bad if I need to look up another source, if I'm just too lazy to look through my previous information to find out to get it into. Because in this version of the game has revealed something quite important that if for some reason it's cut out on the vanilla version.
Doesn't this game have a journal system or something? I don't think it does. I can't remember.
By journal, you mean this? Notes?
Yeah, I was thinking like if it had like sort of like a recollection. Yeah, maybe it is in the notes where you just record all the things you've seen and heard.
It records the
And-
important information. It doesn't record everything.
Yeah,
that's
doesn't
in
record everything.
that's in logs, I think.
That's in logs.
Yeah,
Ah, okay.
yeah.
Because some games do it where you get to type it in yourself, where you have to remember it and type it in yourself.
Sometimes.
But this game looks like it does it all for you. That's
yeah, it's
convenient.
always been like you can actually change it as well from like data cubes, literature, emails, other such things.
Or all. Is there all there?
Probably,
Oh, yeah.
but
So you get to cycle through everything you've.
that you may seem relevant. Yeah, and that's something
Yeah.
that I don't know if they had in the vanilla version. Like they had the information. Here's my office.
I remember. Yeah.
JC Denton,
I'm
right
not
next to
entirely
Amanda
sure.
Barnes.
That's why I
You
asked.
found your office. Did
Don't know if they
Jazz
had
give
it
you your
figured out.
login? I guess not. Let's see. JCD password Bionic Man.
Oh yeah.
The $1 Million Man. That's who he is.
Welcome to your Natco, blah 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 blah. It's
$6
kind of like a
million.
mission statement type thing where you got to revise it in order to, you know, impress people who want to be advertised or something. Test you on it. Whatever. Did he say JCD?
JCD. Sounds like a dodgy ass fucking DJ name.
Greetings from Nanotech. Jaime Reyes. Hi Ein. That's actually my Steam name, so that's why it said Hein. I guess I'll have to get used to calling you JC around the office. Not sure if they're blah 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 blah. Anyway, whatever they're calling you, it's good to see a familiar name on the roster. Your first job here has been to read up on your augmentations. I'm beginning to see why you found classes so easy. Every neuron in your head has been augmented. For example, the voice in your head from the operator somehow in HQ, blah 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 blah. I'm not going to read every one of these just because it'll just be way too long. Nano augmentation and you, nano augmentation stressors. That's a weird name. That's a weird word, sorry. Stressor
I
cells.
can't read it.
Yeah. it's a bit-
Stressors.
Yeah, none of it's relevant anyway. I mean, if you want to read it, by all means, read it on your own time, guys.
Basically telling you you're a cyborg.
Yeah.
Not
If
like
you-
you can forget.
I want to sort of abbreviate.
Yeah, yeah.
all
As
of
long as you get the gist of it out there.
I don't want to just keep reading everything because I guarantee you, I know most of what this game is about, so I can explain it a lot faster. But we're just going to go see Manley now, and then we're going to go see the other two. FYI, your new password is Night Killer. He's referring to your boss's password. I don't know why it's been left there.
No, I know it shouldn't be, should it really?
No, it's naughty.
This is the government. They keep everything under lock and key. They wouldn't leave that lying around unless somebody's doing something dodgy. Sabotage. What are you doing now?
Crap. I'm trying to find...
What?
To be honest, no, I think I like that much better. Yeah, because I wanted to make that transparent, or at least I thought I did, but no, it's not a good idea. Yeah, it's wondering why you'd leave it there. Hello, Janice.
Good work out there, Mr. Denton. Mr. Manderley said you handled yourself nicely. Welcome to UNATCO HQ. Our little family keeps getting bigger.
Is Mr. Manderley available?
Yes, go right in. By the way, your computer account is ready. Log in JCD, password Bionic Man.
Alex already told me. Thanks.
A nice southern accent she's got there.
Yeah, handle yourself nicely. Have you ever met my colonel? He's really good with
He's
handling
waiting,
chicken.
JC.
Yeah, this is another locker. This is really interesting as well. They really upscaled his office into such a thing much more bigger. But notice how his desk is facing the side, so you have to approach him from the side this time as opposed to the front, which usually when you're approaching a boss, it's always going to be like this angle. You approach from the front, where his desk is right in front of you. So I found that a bit weird. It's bad feng shui, as some people have pointed out.
I'm
But
not feeling the chi. Oh, whatever it
yeah,
is.
it's not. It's a weird layout. But yeah, whatever. It's the whole place definitely looks nice and damn it. It's
The
enough.
colour palette is quite warm. I like that.
Yeah,
I
I
like
like
the
the
dark.
dark. I like the darkness of it as well. I love this here, little living room set thing going on here. It's really cool.
Reporting
Yeah.
for duty, sir.
The man himself. Splendid. Do accept my apologies about the situation topside.
A refreshing change from the academy, sir.
Don't despise training, my boy. Even you would be worthless without the shaping touch of drills and studies.
So the NSF took a shipment of the Ambrosia vaccine? Give me a chopper and a pilot and I'll handle it.
I'm sure you could. Yes, indeed. But we're having your brother head up the recovery team. You'll work with Agent Anna Navarra. Why don't we meet when you've seen Jaime for a medical checkup and received your equipment from Sam Carter? You'll be briefed at that time.
Yes, sir.
The Med Center and Armory are on level 3.
JC is certainly eager, isn't he? Oh god, it's an ensuite.
Yeah,
But
it's an
I like
ensuite.
how it looks like a public toilet though.
I've got work to do.
You'd expect it to be all fancy in there, all marble and shit, but no, it's just a public toilet texture.
Now it's interesting that he mentions this about Paul because he's having him recover the vax.
We'll finish the job when we get to Manhattan.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Sure you will. I'm sure you will. But that's not what concerns me. Alright, now, I can remember... what was his name? What was his account name now?
Who's?
Alright, it was P. Denton. Why is it J? Why did I put J? P. Denton. And
Paul.
his password is Chameleon. Now remind me how to spell chameleon.
Chameleon.
C-H.
C-H-A-R-M.
Chameleon.
Charm. I thought it was Charmeleon, not Chameleon. Do you know what? I've got the fucking internet here. I'm gonna.
Chameleon.
How do you spell?
Oh Christ, I keep forgetting that.
It is C-H-R.
C-H-R.
No, that's Charmeleon from Pokemon.
God, would you dude, you've done that twice now.
Chameleon, yes, it's C-H-A-M.
Yes.
E-L-E.
E-L-E.
O-N.
O-N. Yeah, I typed that.
Basically, Charmeleon without the R.
And it's not working. It's not working.
That is it. Oh, they didn't spell it differently, did they?
What is it then?
I know.
Yeah, what is it? Yeah.
C-H-A-M-A-L-E-O-N.
Ah, thank you. Yes, so apparently from my significant other,
I heard that piece of advice. No.
no, I didn't. C-H-A-M-A-L-E-O-N. Chameleon.
We've done it with an A, we've done it with an E.
Neither one works.
Neither
Neither one
How else
works.
can we do it?
Sorry? No, because I know for a fact Chameleon has a H in it.
But
Well,
why
it's
if
not
they've
gonna be in
spelt it wrong?
Spanish. Don't talk to me in Spanish. This is an American game. Trust me.
What if but what if they've
We
spelled
will
it
go
wrong
back to this.
in
We'll
the
go
game?
back to this before they. No, because I know for a fact that I've spelt it like
We
that.
finally
and it has
got to
worked.
cap some rebels, eh, Denton?
You finally did, rebel Kappa.
Rebel. Great, now
We're done with it. We're not gonna.
Idol.
I don't want. I
Rebel, yeah.
know for a fact. I know how we can get the passwords, by the way, but I'm just not going to do it now.
Well, that was a close one up there.
Yeah, do it when the time comes.
Oh, I love this. I love how detailed this stuff is as well.
That's the time zones.
Yeah, this is the time zone. This is interesting.
I saw a video
like
on
getting
time
shot at.
zones,
Not one
and
bit.
they said, you
No,
know,
I bet you wouldn't.
it should, they were saying, I can't remember what it was, but like, they gave us a view of what the time zones should
Thank
look
God,
like,
my shift is
and it
almost
should
over.
just be those strips, like just those strips. But due to people being dicks and people being arseholes and like people thinking we should have this time, that time, it's got all these weird squiggles, which
I didn't know we'd be
baffles me
fighting a
because it
war.
means aren't you making time zones irrelevant by doing that?
Yeah, I mean, look at this.
Can't you just keep it as the strips?
Spain is apparently an hour ahead.
When
of us.
someone right
I don't
next
like
to
getting
you is
shot
an hour
at. Not one
behind.
bit.
Yeah.
But you should be in the same strip.
What the hell's going on? Yes, look at that. This is meant to be... Even Iceland's on the same time zone
I don't
as
like
us,
getting shot
with
at.
that really
Yeah, when
weird
they
curve.
shouldn't be.
That's
They shouldn't
just
be.
like... See, I don't want to walk on
shouldn't
this
be.
guy's head, just in case he...
They should be in the
Oh,
time
listen.
zone that Ireland's in.
Yeah, I wonder if that actually...
But
I
they're
didn't
not.
know we'd be fighting a war.
It's just a lot of things weird about this. In parts of
so
Norway as
annoying
well,
the
is
way
our
they do
time
that.
zone as well. It's just...
Huh?
I don't know if this is accurate now that I think about it.
It might not be. They might have changed. You know, 'cause time zones change, don't they? Which makes it even more weird. It's like, how would you do that? Do it. The time should be.
Oh my god, you're triggered now.
The time should be set conforming to the fucking sun and nothing else. No personal grievances. No preferences. It should be factually based on the fucking sun. There we go. Carry on.
So I was right. Thank you.
Yeah. It should be. It should be based on that.
Sorry, I was confirming
Anyway.
to her giving me the word of chameleon.
Chameleon.
Yeah. But that never worked anyway. Anyway, don't worry, we
Is
can
there
find
no,
the username.
are you sure it's just chameleon? There's no numbers or anything like that.
I'll find out. I'll show you how to find out.
Chameleon 1, 2, 3, 4.
At ease, Agent Denton.
General Carter, I read about the Merced operation in school. This is a great honor.
I'm not a general anymore. Just call me Carter.
I can't believe what the NSF did to your family.
Enough of that, soldier. We each have our troubles. I lost my children, but you've had to grow up without your parents, which requires more courage. I don't think it matters.
My parents died in a car accident. That's different.
I said that's enough. You have your own op and time is short. How about I issue you a stealth pistol?
Sorry, sir, I can't carry anything else right now.
It's because you've set it to say no.
I know.
Do you have to take it off him?
I mean, no. But he won't do anything else unless... He won't prompt anything else unless I take it from him.
Okay then. Well, to be fair, the designers of the game didn't really anticipate a mod that allows you to turn off.
No, they
So
didn't
nice.
really, so...
Can't really
So
blame
let's
them.
see. A stealth pistol and... What else do you think you'll need?
I think I always use lockpicks, so...
A smart lockpick is always handy.
That's right. Infiltrate and evade. Engage only on your own terms. Now move out. Manderley's waiting.
Hey, what about that guy out front selling munitions? Is that allowed?
Oh, Kaplan, right. We've got some screwballs around here, but he's not the problem. It's whoever's been breaking into the armory.
Someone at UNATCO's a thief?
Yes, sir. And a damn good one.
See, the funny
That's
thing
funny,
is...
that is. Stealing it from UNATCO just to sell it back to UNATCO. That is slimy.
When was the last time I saved this now? Where was this?
Oh, it's got a date on it. 21st.
Oh no, that was at the break room. No, we don't want to go all the way. It's because I was going to show a funny glitch on if you set the item rejection.
Yeah.
Where is it now? Controls. Yeah. So go back to this and go back to stealth. So even if now that I've set this to false, because it's in my inventory now, it'll still stay there. But I don't plan to want to, collect anymore. The funny thing is that you can actually exploit this game, because whenever he asks you if you want anything else, like another like a lockpick or a multi-toolkit or something like that, you can set the option refusal to refuse the lockpick or whoever, which item you want to choose, and then JC Denton will say, yeah, sorry, I can't carry anything else right now. I'll do the same thing as he did with the stealth pistol, except this time it'll actually drop the item right in front of you, and then you can just keep going back to him and say, yeah, I can't carry anything else right now, and just keep on repeating that, and it'll just keep dropping it right on the floor right in front of it. So it's a bit of a weird exploit that, but obviously I don't want to do it now because
you don't need to do
NSF
it.
are in retreat. You better get going.
Can you get in that armory?
You can.
I think
you can't. You
can't
can. Yes, you can, but not now.
Not now.
It's not going to allow you.
No.
Yeah, it's locked, and it won't give you any option to.
Is that a doorway at the back? I keep seeing that thing in the back corner. I don't know what the fuck it is. Look in the
this?
armory. Yeah.
Yeah, there is a door.
That is a door.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, I kept looking at it going.
The NSF are in retreat. You better get going.
Yeah, I'll get that.
Way to go, sir.
Thank you. And here's a new
I'm
addition
just
to the
looking at
game,
this
the
man.
rifle range. So it's pretty much got like this massive area. That's a shooting range. And
Is it one of those ones where like the cardboard people pop out the windows and you have to shoot the red ones, but you can't shoot the green ones?
Essentially,
Should have followed orders.
God, they should have
Well,
followed
like-
orders, but he's not gonna. So.
With the lady carrying with pushing the pram and shit like that.
See, that's
Or is it not quite like that? 'Cause it's like that in True Crime New York.
that reminds me. Ooh, my skills gonna be... Yeah, I'm gonna have to train the lockpicks. The lockpicks are just an absolute must in this game, guys. Especially if I'm going in the non-lethal.
Well, yeah, you can't talk the door into opening, can you? Open sesame.
See, that's interesting, that, because I haven't upscaled my... What's it called now? Was it low tech? No, pistols. Yeah, because I haven't upscaled this now, I'm untrained with it, so it actually, my crosshair, so that outer border part there you can see is now like much wider. So it's going to be much harder for me to even hit a standard bloody... Can I just shoot the bottle, please?
and you shoot the podium instead of the...
It's just not worth me even attempting this now. See, because that's how bad I am at shooting. Going through all that stealth academy crap, and then I'm like, yeah, you're only good for stealth, mate. You know, don't ever point a gun.
I can't wait to get to New York and finish the job.
So you get all this other extra rifle range stuff that you get to have the...
Oh, that's like that Gunther thing, isn't it? The sniper.
Christ, I actually managed to hit something. Amazing. Look at that.
I think that guy was insinuating something there with that cough. He saw your accuracy and just
Situation
coughed at
normal,
you.
sir.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. What are you doing?
Yeah, they react to you if you try to put a gun on them.
I can't wait to get to New York and finish the job.
In the real world, you'd be like reported for that.
Yeah.
Instead of him just going,
You're just
ooh.
kidding around, right?
Am I though?
Yeah, do you really want to take that chance?
Am I really?
Boom.
And then it sort of loops round so you can get back to the sort of the area, the main area stuff really. But we've got to finish rounds around here anyway. I know I'm spending a lot of time in here, but this is essentially what I have to do in order to show you guys how much this has changed from the base game. And considering now that we found out the password for this, which is 31173, this is where it's going to lead us to. So this is the interrogation room, which again has sort of changed, because it used to be from the vanilla version where it was this area they were going to interrogate people. But you'll see in a minute when I say in a minute, you'll see in the next chapter.
We saw it in the previous video when you brought in the
I
NSF
can't wait
guy.
to get to New York and
got
finish
shot.
the job.
Yep. It's just these guys are like broken records at this point, just saying the same thing.
Gunther
Oh, they
should
all
have
are.
followed
They've got like
orders.
3 things to say.
They change what they say every so often after each chapter, but there's only
Other than that,
again
they're-
so
they're
much
just-
different that they change, so not really that
They
many.
only repeat what's relevant, don't they?
Mhm.
And then unlock more and unlock more.
Mhm.
Stop
Alright,
saying
save
the
again.
old things.
I don't like getting shot at. Not one bit.
I think that's something that most people have in common there, mate. You don't have to express it.
Just explains about one of the bots malfunctioning. Oh yeah, I forgot. I had I collected a mag, an org.
An org.
An orga. So we've got a choice of one of 2 things: the electrostatic discharge, which is pretty much it makes your melee attacks electrical, so you can use it to disable large robots and other stuff like that. Or you can
Punch
use
it with an EMP
the
punch.
microfibral muscle rather. Sorry. Muscle strength is amplified with ionic blah 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 blah. Polymetric gel myofibrils, which allow the agent to push and lift extraordinary heavy objects, and boost hand-to-hand combat strength. So this is again another thing that's implemented in the shifter mod, which I mentioned on the last part. It actually gives extra properties, and or changes the properties entirely of what the mods were intended to be in the vanilla version. So this was originally, it makes your melee attacks stronger, but it never made them electrostatic. And this one gives you the same sort of appeal, which is makes you lift heavier objects, which has done the same thing, but now it also gives you the option to boost hand-to-hand combat strength, which in a sense is good. I'm not entirely sure if, because I can't remember now, like the last time I played the game I used this, the electrostatic discharge. I don't know, I guess I'm just going to go for this for now. But the good thing is that you can change them in this game, so if I'm installing this now and I want to upgrade it, then, if I wanted to change the mod, then I'm actually allowed to, as long as I collect another augmentation canister that contains those same options. And there you have it. And this now has given me the augmentation to use it, but also I've got the augmentation upgrade canister that I can straight away implement upgrading this if I want to right now. I'm not going to do that because this thing is not really that important to me, and there are other mods that, other augs. God, I swear I'm going to mess that up more than enough times. There are going to be other augs that I'll collect very soon that are going to be much more beneficial to me, especially with my playstyle. And there's Jaime, which I think, to be honest, now that I look at it, his lab is essentially the same looking, so I don't know if you want to Google that and just see screenshots of his lab. Thor?
Sorry, what?
Hello? Bloody hell.
Yeah,
Where'd you go?
Sorry, somebody came in.
Whoa! The Men in Black! You're not supposed to see him now.
Yeah!
He wasn't always there in the first one.
He's not...
He wasn't supposed to be there. I don't know if this was accessible at some point this earlier on in the game, but I know for a fact that those Men in Black, that Men in Black character there, I don't know if you were meant to I don't know if you were meant to see him until much later on in the game, but well, I guess the game's broken.
I gotta say, I like the Men in Black in this game. I mean, when they show up properly,
yeah.
I think they're really cool the way that they're done, the way they sound, pretty fucking cool.
Yep. Let's talk to Jaime.
Hey, JC.
You look like the real thing. They actually let you operate on people?
Just fixed Gunther's knee, in fact. A sticky actuator. So far, I feel more like a mechanic than a doctor.
I'm impressed.
They actually let you point a gun at people.
We'll have to catch up later. I've got to leave for New York right away. Could you send Manderley whatever it is he wants?
No problem. Listen, JC, about your augmentations. You know they're preparing to roll out the technology worldwide, right?
As long as I don't turn green and grow a pair of antennas, as I understand it.
Yeah, well, the design's pretty modular, which means you'll soon have access to upgrades from standard augmentation canisters.
Great. Have anything for me?
Not yet. But remember, if you find one of these canisters, that you need a medbot for installation.
I'll do that.
The canisters contain a colloid of ROM modules. Some are generic upgrades, others require you to make permanent choices about how to configure one of your subsystems.
It's about time they implemented some of this stuff.
Report to Manderley. He told me to send you back to him on the double.
Well, this game's changed. What?
No, I was gonna say, it was funny the way he says, oh, the augments come in these augmentation canisters. And I was just wondering, like, how would they, like, take the augmentations in the canisters? I have to just, like, open the canister and, like, breathe it in or drink it in or something.
Well, it looks like a liquid plasma type thing, doesn't it? I mean,
yeah.
It looks like a container with sort of nitro, cryogenic sort of liquidated stuff, I don't know.
Something in there, yeah. But it
makes...
I just trying to imagine all the ways that he takes it.
Yeah, God knows how they sort of made your imagination supposed to run wild with the idea of how it's implemented. But
yeah,
this is his qualifications: U.S. Naval Hospital Compound, Guam.
That looks official. I don't know where Guam is.
Award category institutional. 25 mil to 99 mil. Wait. So they gave him what he's worth on his diploma?
Really? Is that what it? Fucking hell.
A certificate rather. Well, that's cool. Why can't we have something like that? Yeah, if you want to hire
Because
this
it'll
guy,
say
this
that we're
is
worth
what,
fuck all.
That's what they
why. Be embarrassing.
That's annoying. And that I feel that should be really implemented in certificates nowadays. But
you're not even worth.
One more
50
thing
quid.
before I go, since you've been briefed on my augmentations. What can you tell me about the info link?
Let's see. Micro-receiver exostructure in the sulci, mechanocarbon threads on the axons. For queuing, you know, packet routing. Anything particularly interest you?
Is there a way to turn it off?
The info link?
Yeah, or is someone at UNATCO tuned in 24 hours?
These might sound a little funny, JC, but I'm not permitted to answer that question.
Your clearance is higher than mine?
Regarding your systems, I am your physician.
No big deal. I was just curious.
Right, but that's already a red flag to me.
UNATCO sucks. And I hear him singing that all the time.
I wouldn't keep Manderley waiting if I were you. His office is on level 2.
Oh, alright. So guys, I think I'm a baba lava lava.
Taking his supplies now.
Nothing to see.
Is that knocked out dude from the tutorial?
I'm not entirely sure. No, because he was a UNATCO agent. This guy's the NSF.
He was a UNATCO, that's an NSF, isn't he? Oh yeah, he was the guy that was knocked out in the interrogation room,
warm.
I think.
Am I now?
Oh, he's finally decided to show up in there now.
Obstacle course UNATCO. See, this is interesting. This is all new stuff. As you can tell blatantly, that it's completely different from the main.
Is that map accurate to the obstacle course?
I actually don't know. That is a really good question. I actually don't know.
Actually, I think it is.
Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it?
The end looks like it when you come out and then you have to go across the water along that strip.
Yeah,
and
yeah. That looks like the end.
Yeah?
I don't remember if this is the start, but yeah, you could quote me on it if you want. It's really cool that they've implemented this as a just normal sort of HUD on a screen, and then all
nice
this.
That they put the effort into it.
I mean, seriously, like, there's only one person that sits in this office, by the way. So to have all of this stuff here makes one wonder what the hell does he do with
any video game he wants on those monitors. It's probably got solitaire on one of them.
Yeah.
Doom on another.
Here's another thing that is a bit of a secret, just in case for those who don't know. This has been available since the vanilla days. A false floor in the office, which we would have found out at some point later on in the game.
But they allow you to discover it for yourself.
Huh. Let me.
What's that? Are you trying to pick up some soy?
Oh yeah, because I'm full.
Fucking
yeah.
Soy boy.
Soy boy. Yep. I'm a soy boy. You sounded like Mr. Burns then.
he would make that reaction to that as well.
I bet you would, yeah. It's like that vulture on that epised where
Holmes
sits
I remember that.
It's the Union, and he's just like seeing a vulture of himself saying, and then I don't know. That's exactly what you made me think.
You're red hot. Looks like you found me.
G. Herman's password and username.
Why are they leaving all their login information everywhere?
I don't know. I really did. The game is really intended for you to find this stuff.
They're not doing that deliberately. I think somebody at the workplace is being a bit of a dick, just revealing everybody's information. He's low-key doxing everyone. That's what he's doing.
Damn, that looks like a freaking RBMK4 reactor unit. Yeah.
It certainly looks like something nuclear. It's got the map. It's got map.
I'm surprised you knew what the hell I was talking about then.
You said reactor.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Oh, I see. Because that's the only thing you got from that sentence. That was coherent
I know that's
to
nuclear power. But
it's a console rather, not the reactor itself, but the console. It looks very much like
the thing that works. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got map of New York on it, which is cool.
Has it?
Yeah, those streets. I think they're like Manhattan or something.
God damn it.
I mean, it only makes sense considering that's where the game's set.
Possibly. Okay, then it's obviously not what I'm thinking of then. Yeah, it makes sense. Anyway, save again, and then go talk to Alex. Hello, Alex.
Like leading a mouse to cheese.
This thing is starting to give me a headache.
Don't worry, we shut it down when you go off duty.
I guess I'll get used to it.
I'm Alex Jacobson, communications engineer.
I suppose you already know who I am.
Getting there. You're certainly quicker on the uptake than your brother Paul ever was.
Thanks.
Don't worry, I'll be watching your back.
Though.
This guy's awesome. Alex Jacobson. He's basically the head of an IT department. He's kind of like a cloud analyst, a server analyst, a network analyst, all rolled into one.
He's a nerd.
And a data encryptor. So essentially he's like a cyber security agent / server network administrator. And you can tell with all this equipment, I mean, shit, like, you can tell he earns probably the most out of anyone
It'll
here.
be interesting to see how the transmission sounds in Manhattan.
He's got the job I want, essentially, that I'm trying to strive for. I want to have an office just like this, completely on my own, don't want to be bothered by anyone. I can get my shit done and just, this would just be heaven to me, like being surrounded by this much electronic, just to get bombarded by the amount of radiation from this shit.
We'll have to try that.
Make me so happy.
It depends on who you get the job with, though, because you get some like shit company where it's just like fuck all going on.
Yeah. Now I don't remember how exactly I discover his password, Alex Jacobson ones, but I'm gonna hack into his system simply because I want to find out everyone's user name login. And
I noticed how he told you that they shut down the info link when you're off duty, when the doctor wouldn't tell you that. Does that mean he's permitted to tell you, but the doctor
Don't worry,
isn't?
I'll be watching your back.
Shit, I was about to get, like... Say again, sorry.
I said, I noticed how he tells you that he shuts down the info link whenever you're off duty. So, does that mean he's permitted to tell you that, but the doctor isn't?
No, I think what Alex... No. Okay, I think what JCD asked was, so, does someone monitor me?
Yeah.
Or something like that. And Jaime couldn't answer that simply because I don't think he was allowed to. But
yeah, it wasn't.
Maybe he just, didn't want to risk saying something that his job description didn't understand fully. You don't want to, because that's how it works in the industry. With any sort of company, like, if you're not particularly, if you don't have like a particular knowledge of something, it's best just to say I don't know.
Yeah.
You can't give someone false information, because it'll almost like lead up to you not being qualified to answer that. And if you gave them the wrong information, that means you sort of actively thwarted them in doing their job.
Yeah.
Even if this person should have known better, then to ask you. But this guy, I think he's just more relaxed than Jaime is.
I think he's
more chilled out,
allowed to
more
tell
laid
him.
back. Anyway, we had a glimpse of what the closet was for this. The closet code for this was. You can't open it by lock and key, so you have to type in a password. 2001. But to be honest, I would have remembered that even not looking at this computer, because I typed in this password so many times. You never know when you might need flares. Give your eyes a rest from the torch.
That's a very lovely dark room in there. I couldn't see anything.
Oh. There you go.
Fucking hell, I could barely see it. Okay, that's much better.
There you go.
I have seen the cupboard.
So now, this is also something that's been added to this game. This is the server room. I don't know if that's its official name.
My god, that is dark. Thank you.
So, this is the server room. Essentially, it's meant to be... I don't know if that's the official name that people gave it, because people were asking about this on the forums on Steam.
Yeah. And
they were wondering how to get in it. Now, I know how to get in it. I'm actually going to show you right now. 737-837. Now, the thing is, you're not supposed to know about this. Yeah, this is a server room. Like, I mean, you can tell. It's just got a bunch of servers in and everything. Because I think UNATCO has its own cloud. So, like, you know how Mission Impossible... I don't know if... No, Don't know if you've watched that.
I've never seen it really.
Never mind. The point is, they have their own internet, as it were. They can access the internet through their own company servers, and that in turn means they can use their own internet without needing to rely on another internet source, like another such thing, such as what's the word? A browser, a web browser. They can actually use their own browser, and because it's their own browser, they get to decide how and what they can display on their browser.
Well, I was going to say, I can't imagine they'll boot up Firefox in a government facility like that.
No, they probably could, but it'll be super encrypted, which means they wouldn't, like, they would be sort of restricted from any advertisements. They keep getting bombarded on the websites. Having your own server is pretty much essentially... Sorry, having your own cloud pretty much essentially means you can access the internet without fear of getting bombarded by so many other websites, like constantly giving you advertisements and stuff like that. And it can restrict you from certain websites you're not allowed to go on.
Yeah.
You know, because again, that's the whole point of having your own cloud. But it means it's expensive to set up, but it gives a lot of companies freedom to do it. And this is the thing that's in this, because in the original game, you didn't have access to a repair bot unless it was the one in Sam Carter's, warehouse type thing.
Yeah.
Not entirely sure what his, I don't know, war room or something. So you didn't have you didn't have access at all to a repair bot. And the repair bots give you your bioenergy, give you back your bioenergy if you were to recharge it. But it never gave you one, and the reason I don't agree with waiting to the point of us finding out the key code for this is because you don't discover the key code until after you come back from the next mission. From New York, when you get back into UNATCO again, because there's a data cube that's situated all the way over here, right between these two monitors, and it's situated right here, but that doesn't show up purposely until, I don't know, chapter 3 or 4, to which I don't agree with, because it's like, well, why give us the access to this? Why give us the chance to access this, and give us the chance to access it even if we could memorize the code, but you're not going to show us how to access it until much later? I don't personally agree with that, and I think I hope the devs would just, you know, change their output on this, simply only because it's only fair. No one else has the ability to get their bioenergy, not unless they want to spend these bioelectric cells. There's no other way to do it. So this is the reason why I wanted to show you it, because you can have access to it, and it's just, you've got to learn on your own.
Maybe they figured a lot of people wouldn't mind using them. I don't know.
Well, it's the thing, like the developers, even when so many people were asking on the forums, like, what is the key password for it? And the devs actually responded to them saying, it's actually this, if you want to know. But if, you know, we're going to make it available. We're going to make it available for everyone at some point on the game.
Some people just like doing it the long way, I guess.
Well, there's the long way, and there's the logical way. I mean, I'm not saying the long way was illogical. I'm just saying that if you're giving us the chance to access this server room as early as now, why couldn't you just supply the password with it? Why do you have to wait until...
It's all about choices and things, I think. I think a good way to have done it would be to have it show up normally after you've come back you've done the chapters and come back to the office, but have a secret...
They're waiting for you, Agent. Go on in.
Have a secret code written down that's always there from the beginning. But like it's super fucking secret. And like if you discover it early, you feel accomplished. You go, oh, I've discovered it early. I didn't have to go through Hell's Kitchen and back to do it.
I almost
but then if you don't find the secret one, the one from after Hell's Kitchen shows up normally. And if you do find the secret one, the one from Hell's Kitchen doesn't show up because you've already found the secret one. I think that way of doing it would have been better.
Don't worry, I'll be watching your back.
Okay, I need to just quickly say this because I completely forgot the point of why I was doing this. I was hacking in his computer to simply siphon the information of everyone's login and passwords. Come on,
They
Jacob.
leave all that shit lying around anyway.
Not all of them.
Well, most of them seem to fucking do.
See, this is all the stuff I want. But
doesn't that show up in your logs?
I don't know.
I bet I could jack you into an online jukebox. We'll have to try that.
Okay. I'm
He's
actually
gonna
worried. I'm
constantly
scared
play
that you
shitty
actually have that
music.
much power over me, mate. I really am.
He's just gonna play Corey Hart over and over and over again. Gotta
See,
be in
it
there
doesn't
somewhere.
save the information. What it's meant to do is have... Yeah, see... Oh, crap.
So your password's in there. Why isn't all theirs now that you've discovered them?
Because it wouldn't give me the option to save it. I know it's daft, but that's true. It's like... I don't know if it's because my computer skills are not high enough. In which case, I didn't realise that was a thing. Advanced
You know
Agents
what?
achieves a moderate increased time in detection countdowns and a moderate decreased lockout times, yeah, as well as gaining the ability to control automated gun turrets and transfer emails to their data vault. That's what I need.
You know what?
Shit, I should have...
For the don't shit yourself. For the meantime, load up that email.
I'm gonna
I
have to
bet
do
I
it.
could
I'll write
jack you
them
into an
fucking down.
online
Yeah,
jukebox.
just
We'll
print
have to
screen it
try
or
that.
something, if you can.
No, you're gonna have to read it out to me because it's too blurry for me to see.
Alright.
Remember. So read them out.
Because
and
the
I'll write
only
them
one I want to get is Paul Denton's one. Alex Jacobson, Network Security. Okay, so
down.
it's...
That's the only one you want.
Yeah, but it's not saying it. Damn it! Where is it? Shit, it's not here.
Right.
Shit. Yeah, it's
Don't
gonna...
worry, I'll be watching your back.
Okay, it's... Hang on a minute. Hang on. It said Alex
Don't worry,
Jacobson
I'll be watching your back.
on there, so maybe that's what I should be doing. I'm an idiot. I need to learn his password and login because he's the one that's got all the information contained. Again, being a server admin, you would have all that power. Okay, A Jacobson, and it's not, and it's not even here. That is freaking hilarious. Yep.
It'll be interesting to see how the transmission
I don't
sounds in
know. I'm screwed. I obviously upgraded the wrong thing.
Don't worry, I'll be watching your back.
Shiza. Shirami Shiza. Oh crap, that... Damn it, I didn't realise that. Alright, I guess we're gonna have to log on to Paul's... email the hard way. Alright, I'll go see Mandley first and then speak to Paul.
That will be JC's job.
What's that? Power station. The NSF have Ambrosia in a warehouse protected by cameras and booby traps. We want to power down the whole system.
We're taking one illicit generating plant, protected by weak groups of NSF. Knock out that plant, and Paul's team can walk right into the warehouse.
Just tell me where it is. The NSF are openly resisting our deployed forces, gradually falling back. You'll have to deal with them first.
And you be ready, Paul. When the power drops, go in and go in hard.
I'll use my discretion.
Go in like the U.S. Marshals. We lose the vaccine, I'm sending your butt to the mayor to explain why he and his 3 daughters won't get their pills this month.
Yes, sir. Let's not waste any time, JC. Get down to the dock. A boat is waiting to take you and your partner, Anna Navarro, to shore.
Yes, get moving. Here's your op bonus for the great job you did in the statue, plus 250 for rescuing Agent Herman. That's 1,250. We take care of our people around here.
Thank you, sir.
Alright, so, we've just been given a mission. Ooh, okay. We've just been given a mission to now go over to Battery Park.
Hell of a first day.
Yeah, it is. We've just been given a mission to go to Battery Park and locate the Ambrosia shipment. So that's what we're going to do.
Wish I was going with you.
Hey, Scott. And just in case as well, right where I mentioned all of the additional commentary that I just left on the last video. I'm not entirely sure where it is I've left off, but you know, I mean, from what was said and what was done, I mean, I just kind of have to push and roll with this now. We're not going to use that stealth pistol. That's just not going to be worth a thing to me. I'm not going to focus too much on my gameplay styles. I'm just going to show you everything that is going on, and then it'll just sort of have a smooth transition into the next parts.
Heads up, JC. Your brother Paul is on his way to meet you at the dock. The NSF is raiding the island and shots have been fired. I repeat, find Paul. I will monitor your situation from HQ.
That was obviously that wasn't supposed to happen, Jack. Yeah, that obviously wasn't supposed to trigger then. That is the first conversation that happens when you start off in the game. And for some reason it didn't go off this time when I was trying to push through the game. So yeah,
let's head out.
So I'm gonna head off. And as soon as we touch down on the battery park area, I'm gonna end the video here, and then gonna start a new part, because it's a whole new chapter anyway. So that's where it happens. Okay, so thanks for watching, guys, and in the next part we're going to explore the battery park and figure out what the NSF are doing here and find that lost shipment of Ambrosia. So thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.